surface of Vexus 9 was a rotting wasteland, its air thick with the stench of sulfur and decay. Captain Idris Kellen stood on a crumbling ridge, his breath shallow in his suit. The distant hum vibrating through the ground felt alive, a pulsing heartbeat from something ancient and hungry. Behind him, Lieutenant Mara Vell frantically worked to patch the plasma repeater. Her hands trembled as she glanced at the horizon. The shadow looming there had already devoured half the settlers. "It's coming," Idris whispered. The hum became a deafening vibration. Then it appeared. Synthelos, a colossal, rotting entity of glowing green and fiery orange light, moved like a god born of nightmares. Streams of energy spiraled into its gaping maw, which opened like the mouth of hell. As it fed, the terrain withered, leaving behind smoldering, barren ruin. "It's alive in ways we can't understand," Mara murmured, her voice trembling. "Focus," Idris snapped, his stomach churning with fear. Synthelos wasn't just a monster. It was entropy incarnate, a living void of hunger. Its roar was a chorus of unearthly screams, the voices of everything it had ever consumed. Idris felt its thoughts press against his mind, a wordless demand. "Feed me." He fired his ion rifle, but the bolts dissipated harmlessly. The glow in its core brightened, mocking them. "It's draining everything," Mara screamed as her suit lights flickered. "Weapons, power, even us." Idris's eyes fell on the ship's cracked energy core. Its failsafe could release a plasma explosion large enough to obliterate Synthelos and them. "Mara," he said, his voice taut. "Trigger the core." Her eyes widened. "That'll kill us if we don't stop it. It'll destroy everything." Mara hesitated, then nodded. She ran to the core, her hands flying over the controls as Idris unloaded his rifle to draw Synthelos' attention. The pull from its maw intensified, dragging debris, and even the ash in the air toward its glowing mouth. "I can hear them," Mara cried, clutching her head. "The people it's consumed, they're still screaming inside it." "Focus," Idris shouted. Synthelos surged forward, its grotesque body pulsating. Mara screamed. "It's ready." The core detonated in a blinding eruption of plasma. The shockwave incinerated everything in its path. Synthelos let out a final, blood-curdling wail as its form collapsed inward, imploding into a blackened crater. The voices stopped. Idris awoke to silence, the air thick with ash. Mara lay nearby, alive but battered. Beyond her, the crater smoldered. Synthelos was gone, but the wrongness in the air remained, as though part of it lingered. Idris rose, staring at the stars. Somewhere out there, other ancient things waited, hungering for life. And this was only the beginning.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe Inksketch for more art and storytelling content.